Welcome to Big Night. In 2024, we are celebrating significant milestones. The 25th anniversary of Big Night, the 50th anniversary of our service on Cape Cod and the islands, and the 75th anniversary of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Eastern Massachusetts. Our journey began as Big Brothers Boston in 1949, when a small group of volunteers united to provide guidance and support to 10 at-risk, fatherless young boys, helping them navigate life's challenges in Boston. Today, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Massachusetts supports nearly 4,000 matches across 150 communities, extending from Lowell to Nantucket.
Big brother, big sister relationships with their littles is something that just, it can't be replicated. It's a really, really solid relationship, particularly in Boston, because they do the hard work to make sure the matches are long-lived, and the longer they last, the better the impact is.
The Big Brother, Big Sister mission anchors on transformational relationships, and research would show that the one thing that can change the trajectory of a young person's life is one person that cares about them.
You know, it's incredibly rewarding to, have an impact on a young person's life and see that pay off, and then see them ultimately, pay that forward.
Strong leadership has been key to our success. You may not know this, but we've only had 3 leaders during the past half-century, and we would not be where we are today if John Pearson and Wendy Foster had not been at the helm. It is important when reflecting on 75 years to pay tribute to a key moment that forever changed our trajectory and made us the agency we are today. Coming out of the Great Recession of 2009, we faced severe economic hardship, resulting in staff reduction and subsequent service to kids having reached dire levels. For the first time, we were forced to stop making new matches.
In 2011, many nonprofits everywhere in the country, but particularly in Boston, were relying on events to supply a lot of the funds that they needed to operate. And Mark O'Donnell had just been hired as the new Chief Development Officer at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Mass. And he came into my office and said, we have a big funding gap here. We're going to have to cut our services.
We talked about the need in the community. We were really focused on that need. We were focused on how the kids need the service as a recession, coming out of a recession.
It was a significant amount of money. It's something that no one person or family would probably be willing to do. But, we thought about it and decided, let's go, start talking to these families who we knew really, really cared about Boston, cared about the youth service infrastructure here.
Let's focus on that. Let's get these families together. I went and met with Joanna. And I sat with Joanna.
I said, if you guys had a plan, John and I would be the first to fund it.
And so I went back to Wendy Foster and said, we needed a plan. And Wendy looked at me and said, well, let's put our heads together. And that was the plan that we actually shopped to the Family Fund.
So there were 10 families that we approached at the beginning of the Family Project. My partner, Bob Atchison, from here at Adage, the Edgerleys, the Beckensteins, the Manions, the Larinks, the Eisensons, the Davises, the Pilatas, and the Jacobsons.
We became involved with Phil. Phil and I have been partners for almost 40 years now. We've talked to each other a lot about things that need to be done in Boston. Big Brothers was shrinking, not growing, and if we banded together with some other families, we could really make a difference.
The Family Fund was more than the money. The Family Fund was an honest interrogation of the status of Big Brother, Big Sister, where its weaknesses were and where its strengths lay. It challenged every convention at Big Brother, Big Sister at the time. And I think that mental model shift of change and actually how it empowered them kind of altered the headset for how you run the organization in the future.
Yeah, and boy, did it work. From 1,400 matches down from 2,000 when we started the Family Fund to over 4,000 matches now, on the way to 5,600 in the relatively near term. The goal is to get to over 10,000 over the next 5 years, which is an incredible number of youth that are going to be impacted by the mentoring services at Big Brothers Big Sisters of Eastern Mass.
Clearly, I have to curse at people more.
In partnership with these families and all of you, the organization has since doubled in size, and we are well on our way to tripling the number of matches in our program. We have created more sustainable revenue streams and provide a much more advanced outcomes model for our young people. We were also able to push through a global pandemic and support our community where and when they needed us. Thank you all for an amazing 75 years. We look forward to celebrating many more wins and working alongside you through any challenges as we partner with the families of Eastern Massachusetts for the next 75 years.